Since I was a little kitten, I carried a dream much bigger than myself, a dream to shine under the spotlight. I imagined a world where my name was known, where I walked proudly as a fashion model. But every time I spoke of this dream, my family laughed and shook their heads in disbelief. That life is not for you, they said. Stay home, stay safe, don't chase illusions. Deep inside, their words cut me, but they never killed the fire burning in my heart. I knew I was different. My pearl white fur, my graceful figure, and my shining blue eyes were made to be seen. So in secret, I began practicing in front of the mirror, turning every step into a rehearsal. Late at night, when the house was silent, I imagined an audience clapping just for me. My reflection became my best teacher, correcting my posture and teaching me confidence. Day after day, I grew bolder, even though nobody believed in me yet. Then one afternoon, I heard of a small fashion audition happening nearby. My paws trembled, my heart raced, but something inside whispered, "This is your chance." When I stepped onto that tinny stage, I felt the weight of the world on my shoulders. My first steps were shaky, and suddenly, I tripped and almost fell. But instead of running away, I stood tall, lifted my chin, and kept walking with pride. To my surprise, the crowd began clapping, not for my perfection, but for my courage. That applause was like music. It told me I belonged there. Among the crowd was a talent scout, watching me with curious eyes. After the show, he approached me and said, "You have something rare, a spark the world needs to see." In that moment, I felt hope rushing back into my veins. He offered me training, a chance to prepare for real runways. The training was brutal, every day filled with long hours and endless drills. There were days when my body ached and my spirit felt broken. But each time I wanted to quit, I remembered that little kitten in front of the mirror. I faced rejection after rejection, letters stamped with the word "no" piling up in my drawer. Some nights, I cried until my blue eyes turned red, asking myself if I was chasing a foolish dream. Yet, every tear watered the seed of determination growing inside me. I learned that rejection wasn't the end, it was a stepping stone to something greater. And then, when I least expected it, a letter of acceptance arrived. I had been chosen for a real international fashion show. The night of the show, the lights were blinding, the cameras ready, the audience enormous. For a moment, fear almost paralyzed me. Could I really do this? But then I remembered all my nights of practice, and I took my first step. My paws moved gracefully, each step louder than the doubts that haunted me. The cameras flashed like stars, capturing every angle of my pearl white fur. I walked with elegance, my blue eyes glowing under the spotlight. The audience erupted in cheers, and for the first time I felt unstoppable. That single walk changed everything. Doors began to open wide. More shows invited me, bigger brands wanted me, and my name spread like fire. From my small town, I rose to walk the grandest stages in the world. Paris welcomed me with fashion houses older than history itself. I walked the runway under the shadow of the Eiffel Tower, the dream now a reality. In Milan, I became the face of elegance, my image displayed across Gantt billboards. New York gave me energy like no other, the city lights brighter than any spotlight. I became not just a model, but a symbol of chasing the impossible. My face graced the covers of magazines, my name whispered across luxury brand campaigns. Fame came, fortune followed, but what I cherished most was respect. The little kitten no one believed in was now celebrated by the world. Yet, through all the glamour, I stayed grounded. I never forgot where I came from. I carried with me the nights of doubt, the tears, the rejections, the pain. I knew there were others like me, dreamers who were told no. So I opened my own fashion academy, a place where young talents could believe in themselves. I told them, if the world says you can't, prove that you can. Soon, my story inspired cats everywhere to chase their dreams. I was invited to give speeches, to tell the world what it means to fight for passion. Standing on those stages, I no longer spoke for myself, but for every silenced dreamer. I thanked my family, who once doubted me, but later stood in the front row with pride. I showed them that love can grow stronger when built on understanding. My journey was not easy, but it was worth every battle, every scar, every sleepless night. And today, I stand as proof that dreams are not just dreams, they are futures waiting to be lived.